Well, let's talk to Edward Ahmed Mitchell, who's in Atlanta, Georgia. He's the National Deputy Director at the Council of American-Islamic Relations. Edward, good to have you on TRT. So this is such a difficult conflict, the war in Gaza. You've also been a journalist. Would you want to be reporting from there right now?
I think any journalist who is doing their job in Gaza is really one of the bravest people alive right now, because the Israeli government is deliberately trying to murder journalists so that those journalists cannot report on their horrific war crimes. And what's remarkable is the Israeli government isn't even pretending otherwise. They're openly taking credit for killing these journalists, blowing journalists up in their car, burning journalists alive while they're working in their tents. This is absolute insanity. And the only thing worse than all this is that journalists around the world, including in Western countries, are in many ways silent about the deliberate killing of journalists. So my hat's off to the journalists in Gaza who are doing this work despite this threat, but the rest of the world really needs to step up and defend them.
Can you put into context then this 210 media professionals, so, journalists and also other people working in the media who have been killed in line of duty in the Gaza Strip. Can you put into context what that figure represents?
Yeah. It's unprecedented. If you were to do a little percentage comparison, it would be as if thousands of American journalists have been killed. And just imagine if over 200 Ukrainian journalists, blonde-haired, blue-eyed, have been murdered by the Russian government. The world would be lighting its hair on fire. But because most of these journalists in Gaza are people of color, are Muslim, there is indifference from major media outlets. And so we have to start treating journalists with the respect they deserve, no matter what their background is. The journalists in Gaza are some of the best journalists in the world. They truly believe in what they are doing, unlike many other journalists, including in my country. So again, they are the North Star for journalism, and that's why they're being targeted.
Now, the key word you used there was respect. Is there anything more that can be done to respect the rights of journalists and citizen journalists to report on the realities of this war?
Well, the sad thing is the Israeli government is operating without any guardrails. They are blowing up not just journalists, but children. They're blowing up refugee camps. They're literally attacking the United Nations because they are not afraid. They are not afraid that the surrounding Muslim and Arab countries will take any concrete action to stop them. They're not afraid that the Trump administration will intervene to stop them. They're not afraid that anyone is going to take action to stop what they are doing, these horrific crimes they're committing. And so that is why it is so important for the Trump administration to grow a conscience and put America first and stop funding this madness. Why it's so important for the surrounding Arab and Muslim countries to come together and say, enough, we are going to take concrete action economically and otherwise to stop this madness. And until something like that happens, I fear that the Netanyahu government will just keep burning journalists alive without any fear of the consequences.
Well, listen, Edward Ahmed Mitchell, thank you so much for talking to us there about the respect that journalists need to report and do the work that they have to on the ground in Gaza. Thank you so much.